Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I know I'm going to be asking for way too much, but I really could use some prayers at the moment. I want you to pray really, really, really hard by leaving the dislike. We're going to pray to the God of Peter Dislikes that when I wake up tomorrow, I find Evelina Falenta or somebody just like her sleeping right next to me here in bed, and I find a ton of gold underneath the bed. And I also pray that when I wake up, my body is as young as I was when I started my PhD program. What 16 years ago now? Go back to being a 21-year-old body, and also pray that I figure out some art masterpiece and that I could repeat it over and over and over again. Right. So, for example, one of my proudest things that I figured out was how to pour the 5-inch Ganesh without the back bulging out. Right. Pray that I figure that out. Of course, if I wake up and find a ton of gold underneath my bed, I'll also want to figure out how to make the Ganesh out of gold as well. I'll make a lot of those, right? So, and what else do I want to pray for? Pray good health and uh, pray that I get accepted for who I am everywhere I go. That's a big one for me. I recently was at an event. It was only 5, 6 people, and it was like I was on mute. I would talk and nobody would respond. They would talk to each other, and that's not an uncommon circumstance for me. But you know what? If I wake up with all the other things I've mentioned, I don't think I will care too much about that. So what did I say? When I wake up tomorrow, I find that I have a 21-year-old body. I got Evelina Falenta or somebody just like her sleeping right next to me. We wake up together, and a ton of gold underneath the bed, and figure out some art masterpieces to make with that gold. Right? Please pray for. Please pray. I'm asking for a miracle. If I wake up tomorrow with all of that, it would be a miracle story. You know, we could the whole country could talk about it. It would bring a joy to everyone. Actually, even if it doesn't happen, we should we should pretend it happened and make a news segment out of it, like good news story for television, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. It would just make for holiday cheer, right? I don't see why we can't just make up a story like that, even if it never happened, right? To give people a lot of hope, right? That it might happen to them next, right? I don't know. Scientifically, is it possible for any of this to happen, right? Feel free to leave a comment. All right. If you have any idea how to make this happen, if you have that magic wand to make it happen, please do. I if it if I wake up tomorrow and find all of these things have come true, it'll just be a feel good story, right? What would I do if tomorrow I woke up and found all of that to be true? Well, first, I I wake up with Evelina Falenta. I'd have to think about how to interact with her, right? That'd be my first order of business. Then we discover the gold underneath the bed, and I'll have to show her some of the art projects that I'm doing, right? I got to go out and get a furnace to melt the gold, obviously. It doesn't really just melt on a hot plate, right? And then we'll pour a few Buddhas, and then we'll go about our days. I won't quit my job. I wouldn't quit my job at the community college, and I don't think she would quit her singing career either. And so we'll go about our day, and of course, when I get to the campus, people will wonder why all of a sudden I look so young, right? People might think that somebody's impersonating me at the campus. That might be kind of funny, right? And so I like to think I could contain my excitement at the campus. tomorrow, or what? Well, I guess I don't teach tomorrow, but whatever the next day I teach is, um, even if amid all of this drama, right? I think I could. I really do think I could. After all, there have been times where something unseasonably exciting has happened to me, and I had to contain it, right? So I think I could. So I believe in miracles. So please pray for me. Pray for all of this by leaving a dislike on this video. I give this thing one in a million chance of happening. I wouldn't say completely impossible, right? I guess the most likely to happen is let me see, of all the things I asked her, what's the most likely of these things to come true? Probably let's see, probably the 1 ton of gold. It would be one of my assets all of a sudden becoming worth a lot, right? I do own quite a few things that could instantly shoot sky high, right? Um, I don't have any meme stocks or crypto, but I have 26 different metals on the periodic table. Any of those could skyrocket. I own stocks in a number of different countries, right? Or I suppose we just had the art show today. Tomorrow, the phone could ring and somebody wants to give me $2 million for one of my art pieces. And there's a probability, not very high, right? But they're potentially yes, right. What else did I mention? The figuring out the art piece, uh, uh, and I guess that could happen as well, right? Hey, we know George. I think. Uh, yeah, I was chatting with them, and it's kind of weird. So, please continue to pray by leaving a dislike on this video. So tomorrow, when I wake up, I expect to see Evelina Falenta sleeping right next to me here, and I expect to find a ton of gold underneath the bed. Right? Please pray for. I believe in miracles. I really do. I really do believe in miracles. And oh, by the way, please change your like to a dislike. Please change the like to a dislike, please. Please. Should I buy it now, Morgan? No, I wouldn't buy gold now. I would buy uh bismuth and platinum and palladium. Uh, but please change your like to a dislike. All right, tomorrow when I wake up, I better find Evelina Falenta on my bed. I better find a ton of gold underneath the bed, and I better find that my body has gone back in time. I wake up and I'll be 18 years old again, and I better find that I figured out how to make some art masterpieces and figured out some of the things in life that I need to figure out. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.